In the last video, we talked about how to add an image asset inside the project and use that in the code. So welcome to my channel, and in this video we're going to talk about adding a drawer to the application. Alright, so first of all we need to understand what a drawer is and how does that look like. So any application which would have a menu coming from the left hand side on the application is called drawer. So let me give you an example. So if I launch files application, here you would see this hamburger menu. It's called hamburger menu, and if I click on it or say tap on it for the mobile devices, we would see a menu coming from the left side. This is called a drawer menu. So it's not necessary to have a drawer from just the left. Sometimes we have the drawer from the right side as well, but it's like highly recommended to follow the material guidelines and have the drawer coming from the left hand side. Okay, so enough of that. Now that we know what is a drawer, let's talk about how to implement a drawer. So I would switch to documentation and click on get started, and in here under the user interface section we have this widget catalog link over here. So I'm going to open that in a new tab, and here I would start exploring the widgets. So basically that's one of the material components, so I'm assuming we would be able to find that under material components because that's where we were able to add the scaffold. So here let me take a look at the documentation, and here we have the drawer, and it's coming on the top because it is sorted alphabetically. Cool. So going to the new tab here, and in this documentation, yeah, it was one of the widget of the week. Cool. We have the demo on the top, so let's take a look at the demo first. All right, this is cool. So this is what we want to achieve and implement inside our application. So in order to implement this, we have to add some piece of code which is already given over here. So let's take a look at the code which is given over here very quickly. So if you look at the scaffold, and for the scaffold we have an attribute or a parameter to the constructor which is called drawer, and to that we have to supply the instance of the drawer class. And for the drawer we have one child, and to that child here I think they are supplying a list view with const children. So basically first they are supplying one drawer header and then 3 static list items. So we can simply copy and paste this inside our code, but we need to know where exactly do we want to put this code. So I'm going to switch back to Android Studio, and in this you can see we have the scaffold here. So all we have to do is just below the floating action button and before the scaffold ends, all I have to do is control and space, and here you would be able to find the drawer option. So instead of typing everything, in order to minimize the development time, I'm going to copy and paste this over here. So let me do that, and I believe there is one more bracket which I would need to copy, and I'm done copying. I would paste that over here, and we have everything over here except one additional comma which I would get rid of. And let me save that. It is performing hot reload. Let me quickly switch to Android emulator and switch back to the application. There we have a drawer, just like they are displaying it in the demo here. That's simple as that. So just to give you a quick recap to what we have done, we were using scaffold so far. All we had to do was supply one more widget to the drawer parameter, and in that the instance should be of type drawer, and in that you can create any widget and supply as a child, So in this case, we're supplying a list view having static or say const children, and each children are, let's say, most of them are list tile, which is representing a menu, and the other one, the primary one, is a drawer header, so which is having a box decoration. So this is it for this video. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for more content. I think from the next video I'm going to start recording a video on building the actual application, in which we would cover how to build a resume app, and basically you would build your resume application which would have most of the data statically as a part of the application, and after that we would talk about the dynamic application. So stay tuned for more content and see you in the next one. Have a good one. Bye.